Check. What is going on, people? It's your boy Jones Great, back at it again with another episode of Generation Genius. This is a podcast for my creatives, for my people that just want to have a good laugh, so people that just want to vibe, learn a few things. I got guests coming soon. That's going to be really fun. But yeah, man, we're just going to get right into it. I got some new segments that I wanted to try and do. I'm going to start talking about the main topic, of course, and then we're going to break it up into segments. But the segments are going to be first. But thank you guys so much for coming. You know, we're just going to be testing some new segments. Let me know if you guys like them, and then we're going to get to the main thing. So the main thing I wanted to talk about today was just like art. Like, what is art to you? Is it subjective? We're going to get into all that. So, like, what is art? You know what I mean? But outside of that, let's get into the segment. The first segment I wanted to get into is Would You Rather? And so for the first segment, it is a question I pulled up and I found it was, would you rather have an unlimited supply of mediocre food, or would you rather have a small portion of superior food and that tastes good? I'm gonna let y'all know right now, bro. If somebody offered me $1 million card to the worst restaurant in the world, I'm not doing it, because there is nothing like eating trash food. I know you've been to your friend's house, you ever been to a homie's house, you know what I'm saying, and they cook for you, and the food is garbage. It's trash. You want to just throw it out, take it up, throw it away, because you're like, nah, this is garbage, homie. I'm sorry. There's nothing like eating trash food. There's nothing like Thanksgiving. You think the turkey gonna be hitting? Nah, driving in the Sahara. You know what I'm saying? You're nothing like you out for a date night. You got to be, hey, babe, about to bring you to this fire restaurant. Nope. Trash. Date night's over. Now you got food poisoning. So yeah, I would rather just not eat. I'd rather just not get an unlimited supply of mediocre food, bro, because I don't have a poker face. If the food is trash, I'm out. Food is trash. Food's like a relationship. You know what I'm saying? The bread smell bad, okay, never mind. But yeah, so that's my answer to that for Would You Rather. Make sure you guys give me some more Would You Rather questions if you can, and I'll be happy to answer them. All right, my next segment is, I wanted to talk about this, and it's going to be a fun one, is what is one of the greatest movies of all time, in my opinion? Well, one of the greatest movies of all time to me, I would definitely have to say Forrest Gump. I'm going to tell you why. Forrest Gump had a story, it had adventure, it had Tom Hanks at his best, had his love interest. I think Jenny was kind of trash, though. But, you know, I'm just going to say that, like, because was Baby Forrest his? That's the question I always ask when she's like, he's yours, Forrest. I'm like, was he really, like, before JD died? That's the question I've been asking myself all these years I've been watching. Like, was Baby Forrest his? And that's why it's a great movie, because you don't even know if she just dropped this kid on Forrest. You know what I'm saying? The years didn't match up. It's great. Anyway, Forrest Gump is one of the greatest movies of all time. And I think if you haven't seen it, it also is, the adventure part of it is crazy. You know, he goes from the army to being a ping pong man to running halfway across the world. Like, it's a good movie too. And I think if you're into production value, I think that there's not a thing missing from that movie. Like, there was no misses in that movie. And as from a historical fiction standpoint too, it's just like the way it follows through history. You know what I'm saying? His whole life from being a kid to being in his 40s. I think it's just a movie that it's lighthearted, but it's also like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go like Lieutenant Dan. And if you haven't seen it, I don't want to ruin it for y'all. But if you have seen it, you know what I'm saying? It just is a movie that also just captures some important things too, like, again, war, you know, Knob, and just everything else. So I just think it's one movie that once you see, you can't forget about it. And once you watch it, you got to watch it again. It's kind of like a Christmas movie in the sense of like, ooh, I could watch this over and over and over again, and it's just always going to have that nostalgic value. So yeah, man, if y'all have not seen Forrest Gump, absolutely one of the greatest movies of all time. So my next segment is super ridiculous ideas, right? And one ridiculous idea I had is that Tyler Perry, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tyler Perry has so much money that I think Medea is an IP. Medea could be something like, my ridiculous idea was this, and go with me. Medea versus Godzilla. Bro, that'd be crazy. Medea versus King Kong. Stupid. Medea versus Predator. Medea versus, like, I don't know. I think I know it's ridiculous, but these are just things that go through my brain. I'm like, I don't know. Medea in like Mortal Kombat would be crazy, bro. Like just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds ridiculous, but just picture that like a Medea karate flick. Oh my gosh, you know. So yeah, that's just a random, random ridiculous idea, but like I just think that Tyler Perry has so much money he could kind of do that, sell the IP or trade off the IP. You know what I'm saying? Medea, anything, bro, anything. She's a staple. She's a staple, and it kind of just can veer off and go into different things. You know, we already got a Medea Christmas. We got a Medea Halloween. I would love to see, like, hey, Medea on a plane. Medea saves the world from aliens. That's all I'm saying. It's a ridiculous idea, but could be fire. It could be. It could be trash. It could be trash. But it could also be fire. That's all I'm saying. All right. For our next segment, hot takes. Whew. Okay, so I got a hot take for y'all, right? I got a hot take. Now, y'all could correct me if I'm wrong on this, but hey, my hot take is this, right? Fellas, do you like to be big spoon or little spoon? Now, hear me out. Being a big spoon is okay and cool because you feel loved. You feel like you're giving your woman love, you're nurturing her, you're embracing her in your manliness. But you're on the couch, loving basketball's on. You had a long day at work, fellas, and your woman big spoons you. Now don't cap. You've been big spoon before, because I see your face. You've been big spoon before, so I'm just asking. Fellas, do we like big spoon or little spoon better? I just want to know, because I love being the big spoon, but the little spoon hits low key. Like you watching Love Is Blind. All right, that's just my hot take. I'm just saying, the little spoon and big spoon does not matter. It is not subjective to sex. That's all I'm saying. Hey, that being the little spoon be hitting. All right, y'all can do whatever y'all want, but hey, listen, man, when your woman embraces you on the couch, and you get that little, hey man, stop playing with me, boy. You put your gray sweatpants on, so she's super feely. Okay, you never mind. All right. Thank you guys for listening to my nonsense with these segments. But last thing, I wanted to get into the main. I just want to get into the main topic. I wanted to talk about art, just like in the sense of like not only being subjective, but like why do we as artists, or like how do we as artists receive art? And I think that's why being a creative is so important, because we perceive and we all receive art differently. But I think that's why it's such a beautiful thing. And I think that in a lot of ways, art is so underrated. But like, how do we perceive art? Like, what is art to us, especially as Christians? Because, like, I think God's the biggest artist of all time. He painted the leaves. If he dresses okay, no, but he painted the leaves and he painted everything, man. He made birds. He made black people. He made white people. He made Asian people. He made every single person on the face of the earth. And I think that, like, he gave us each our own brain cells. He gave us each our own everything. And I think that is how I've been kind of portraying art lately, is just kind of seeing it from the perspective, like, not like God really makes everything unique. And I think that as an art too, in art, how we should receive art is like, even if hip hop sounds the same, the 808s are the same, blah, blah, blah. I think that every artist genuinely has the potential to be their own artist and have their own thing they want to carry. I think it's like why it's weird that some people don't like hip hop, some people don't like folk, some people don't like country. I'm not a huge country fan, but I think there's some beautiful country songs. You know what I mean? I'm maybe not into all genres, but I definitely grew up with an appreciation for every kind of music because I thought it was very unique. And so my argument, people go, they're not into hip hop, is like, bro, there's one person you can find in a genre that you like. unless you're completely opposed to it, you know what I'm saying? But then some people just don't have as open minds as other people. Some people only like one style of hip hop. Some people only want to go to one chicken spot. Some people only like KFC. Some people only like, you know, their biscuits from one place though. So I feel like if you're listening to this and you're an artist or you like art, I would challenge you to find ways to appreciate art that you didn't know you could appreciate. Go pick up a random vinyl. You know what I'm saying? Listen to a random artist on Spotify, bro. Like, listen to some new genres. You know what I mean? And I think that will challenge you as an artist, too. I think art is supposed to challenge you as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like with Kendrick's album is so deep and so real to the point where I was like, bro, this is art. Anybody can make a hip-hop album. Anybody can make an R&B album. Anybody can paint a picture. Anybody can paint a mural. But art is beautiful because, bro, there's a million people on the face of the earth. Art is different to every single person, you know? And so that's really what one of my takes on art is like. It's so subjective, but it's so beautiful. And you gotta dig, man. And to my people that are creating art, I've learned with creating art is like, bro, sometimes you just gotta throw paint on the wall. You know what I mean? Just throw paint on the wall. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you make exactly, but like, are you happy about it? And if you're not happy about it, I guess you could do it again. You get to go paint again. Like, keep painting your murals, man. Don't stop painting just because you feel like it won't be your best work. I don't think anybody ever arrives at their best work. I think I'm always trying to make my best song. I'm always trying to make my best dance. I'm always trying to create new things. And I'm always excited about what my hands can do. You know, and of course, I've had those phases where I'm like, yeah, this is trash. Let me just not make this. But then I come back to it a year later and I'm like, oh, this actually isn't that bad. You know what I mean? It's actually pretty good. You know what I mean? So do not limit your art. Don't limit your art at all. Like, just throw paint at the wall, artists. And yeah, man, that's really it. Thank you guys so much for listening to me talk, and y'all great, man. Y'all sat here this long with me. Y'all still listening. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try to make these podcasts a little bit longer, but you know, with the guests, it'd be a little bit more of a vibe. When it's just me, it's just like, y'all don't hear me talk for an hour, bro. Y'all don't hear me talk for an hour. But thank you guys so much for listening. It's been your boy Jones the Great, aka Auntie's favorite. I will see you guys later. Peace.